Hey guys, it's Rich from the podcast. Welcome back to part 2.
Hey Space Cadets and Airheads, welcome to Season 3 of Not 40 Just Blank. It's a radical and righteous podcast in which each episode we take you back to the bodacious 1980s, looking back at news, TV, sports, film and music of a single year of that bitchin' decade. It sounds mega. So come and join us on our latest gnarly journey, dudes, as we head back to the 80s, the decade that fashion forgot, right here on Not 40 Just Blank. Right, gents, we crack on with 1984, and it's time to look at music. 3, 2, 1s, and then we'll go on to some honourable mentions as per. Richie D, start us off with some music, my friend.
Right, so first of all, my number 1 might not be allowed.
Everyone's cup of tea.
So, it definitely won't be everyone's cup of tea, but I don't know if it'll be allowed because on Spotify it's 1983.
Oh, he's already.
I love the way I'm always getting mocked.
Yeah,
and everyone else just like can pass it off. Oh, yeah.
But on other platforms, it comes under 84.
Interesting. Well,
so
let's see if we've got him as well. Because if you've all got him, then
if you got a problem with it, I've got.
On my lawyer.
I've got a backup.
He's got a backup. Okay. And that's your number 1 you were talking
It's
about.
my number 1, yeah.
All right, let's play it safe until we get to number 1.
Okay.
Let's start at 3.
So number 3 is the Smiths. It's a really good album. I just I find it hard to listen to this type of music anymore because it's not down. There's the music's quite upbeat, and Johnny Marr's guitar is amazing, and I don't even mind his singing, but on certain songs, it's just the lyrics. So it's a really good album. It's got like This Charming Man, Hand in Glove, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Reel Round the Fountain. It's a really good album.
But you've got to be in the mood, haven't you?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've got to be in the mood, and I'm not really in that mood anymore. So at a certain age, I was a massive Smiths fan.
A bit angsty and all
and I'm not that anymore. So I find it hard to go back there.
See, I listened to that this week.
Yeah.
What did you think then? Because you're a tip-top hippity-happity man.
Well, no. So I agree with what Del says. The music's really good, and yeah, it's very similar to R.E.M. music at this time.
Yeah, like lyrics.
Because Johnny Marr and Peter Buck were very similar in their guitar playing, very jingly jangly. I think they both play the Rickenbacker guitar. So it's really very
noticeable that they're very similar. But
Morrissey's just, for me, ruins it. I didn't like it. I thought there was obviously the 2 good songs are there are This Charming Man and I can't remember what the other one is, but
Hand in Glove maybe.
Yeah, the rest I was just like, this is.
Yeah, it's
not very good. Yeah. The music was really good, but his melody isn't brilliant. I
find it a bit of like it's like a sex starved like teenage boy was like writing and singing like.
Yeah, I don't like to say, but I do think Morrissey kind of because the music very to me like if you took that music and put it into R.E.M., it pretty much. Exactly the same. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Well, I think Michael Stipe's got more harmony and melody in that. Whereas Morrissey does. I know he has got some good songs. I like the Smiths.
It is his thing, but
this particular one I don't think was.
Yeah, well, I'll take it out because there's an album I just missed actually, but I love it anyway. I love these anyway. I'm taking it. I don't know.
I think he'd said number 3
because this was my backup, but it's sort of so it could be. So if not, I've got another backup.
Oh my god, this guy's got backups for days.
So anyway, I don't know if you heard of these bands.
The Smiths
it's called
do one. They were one of my honourable mentions anyway.
Yeah,
so
I've got an honourable mention.
Well, this is called Into the Gap by the Thompson Twins. I don't know if you remember.
The Thompson Twins, all 3 of them.
Yeah, so it's Doctor. You probably would have heard.
Doctor.
You Take Me Up.
The news.
You Take Me Up. Hold Me Now.
The Khyber Pass.
It's big. They're big songs.
Hold Me Now, I remember.
Yeah, so they're all and Sisters of Mercy as well. That's Sister of Mercy even. So yeah, again, it's like a very sort of unique 80s sound, but I love it, and it just takes me back to my childhood as well. So yeah, that will be my number 3 because
to hell with it. Morrison's ruined everything.
Because also this is more upbeat, and
that's your vibe. Yeah.
So then I'm going to go
Morrison's a bit of a prick anyway.
well, yeah. There's the whole thing. He's
a bit.
Yeah,
a bit
some of the things
now,
he's said and that. So he's not the best of guys. So it's hard.
He's blown it.
Yeah.
He's ruined it for everybody, isn't he?
I said
stand by it. Yeah.
I just remember like the things at like festivals where he'd like just like be going, "Can you smell the murder?" and that, talking about like the bloody burger vans. And it's just like one of these people just don't shut up in between songs. It's at the point you just want, okay, get a bit of banter and that, but just fucking play the music. That's essentially what you're there for.
I'm off for a burger.
We're here for your music, not everything else that comes with. Or
your opinions, absolutely.
So, my number 2 is...
He went a bit ranty, didn't he? A bit political, Richie.
This is by far their best album they've done. It's Wham! Make It Big.
Hello.
When they do upbeat songs, they do it good. It's like very Motowny sound. It's like...
Is this their last album?
No, their last album's one afterwards, which I think the only song afterwards off that next one is I'm Your Man, which is one of my favourites. But the intro bit is hilarious. If you ever got the chance to listen to it, it's just for the intro bit for I'm Your Man. I didn't even recognise it because I listened to it today and I was like, that is horrendous. And I can't remember, he makes a reference to like Andrew Ridgeley as if he's like Fatboy Slim. It's really cringy. But anyway, I digress. When they do upbeat really good. But when they do down, they do really down. Some of his songs, they made me like physically sort of like want to either like get up, scream, dance, party, and other ones I really wanted to slash my wrists. But there's more upbeat on there. You can see where
it's nice to have. You need to have the highest to have the lowest.
He writes great songs, and mate, he definitely gets the tempo right, the emotion right, because I'm there with him. But I can't do some of the ones, but it's more, there's probably about 8 upbeat songs to the...
What sort of songs are on this one that we know?
So Freedom.
Yes, please.
Everything She Wants. Wake Me Up Before You Go.
Yes.
If You Were There. And everyone's favourite or not favourite saxophone song is Careless Whisper. So,
yeah, so Careless Whisper Wham song.
Yeah,
I thought it was George Michael.
It's on this one. It's been added to this.
I thought it was his solo. I thought George Michael.
No, I don't. Well, it doesn't come up on this. It's on the Spotify album anyway. But my number 1, the controversial one, that's sort of some places 83, some places 84.
So sorry, just going back to that's why I asked if it was their last album, because I saw Careless Whisper
assuming
in the charts. So I thought it's the end of Wham, the start of...
It is credited. It's credited to George Michael, but I just thought that was a writing thing. The other ones are credited to Wham.
He was a greedy bastard.
So maybe. But
there'll be complaints on the pod.
There might be.
We'll be fighting off on the socials.
Number 1 is one of my... I'm a big Wailers fan, like Bob Marley and the Wailers. The original 3, you probably won't know who the hell this guy is, but he's Peter Tosh, and it's Mama Africa. So Peter Tosh was one of the original 3 Wailers who then split up after you got like Get Up, Stand Up. He was vocals on that with Bob Marley, and then there was a power struggle between him and Buddy Wailer, the one that set up the group, and they split. But he sort of went off to do a solo career, and he's a bit more militant than Marley. He's very political. Right, and he was like a proper badass who'd like kick sort of guns out of policemen's hands and that. And so these are like Jamaican police. It's not like
crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, just that sort of guy.
Away from the impression.
But like I spoke like about Marley before. You can be political, and there's political songs in this. But if it doesn't work, if the music's not good, then it doesn't matter. And again, I'm a big reggae fan, so this is me, Peter Tosh, Mama Africa, songs Mama Africa, Glass House, Not Gonna Give Up, Stop That Train, cover of Johnny Be Good, Peace Treaty is again about sort of this all murder and that, but it does it in a way of the reggae upbeat.
There's a smile to
yeah,
it.
so it's a strange one. And the last one is Maga Dog, and that is my number one. So there you go.
Intriguing, Richardo. Well, I mean, I'm going to hand it across to Philip R.E.M. Reynolds, but I wonder if we can work out what his 3 and his 2 might be.
There's not much, as I pre-warned, there's not much jeopardy for this one, but I'll try and add something.
From here until 88, wasn't it?
We'll try and add something. Well, there could be, actually.
R.E.M. album.
I was thinking, there is...
I was a bit disappointed with the R.E.M. one.
Reckoning. I thought this is up there with Murmur for me, this one.
I don't know. It was okay. There was some good ones on there, but some of the down ones... But anyway,
I get it, but I really like this one. Well, anyway,
let's see if it makes his 3. Who knows? It might not.
My number 3.
It will, everybody.
Was Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
Another honourable mention.
Yeah, no. So I gave it a listen, and actually, it was quite good. Actually, I must admit.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Bruce fan.
But have you found as you get older, it's more acceptable to listen to?
It was kind of just. You can see he was just trying to do this one pop album. I think he set out to make this one album.
Is this with like Dancing in the Dark?
Yeah, Dancing in the Dark, Born in the USA, obviously, and things like that. This album, I didn't realise it had 7 singles released.
Taken off of it. Bloody hell.
And in America, all them 7 singles were top 10 hits. And I think it's a record.
Who the hell's buying the album at this point then?
I think it was a record at the time, it might still be a record.
Are there any other, what are the ones, the noticeable 7 for?
So, well, to be fair, they were big. I think they were bigger in the States because
everything.
I didn't really know much about them. But obviously, you had Dance with the Dark, you had Born in the USA. Let's have a look what the other ones were. The other one we would have known.
So love, that's quality.
Yeah.
Proper.
Glory Days was on it. So they're probably the 3 we would know.
That was the follow-up to Glory Holes, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think, so there's only 12 tracks on it and 7 of them are singles.
Release.
Wow.
So I don't know what the other singles were, but I do know there were 7 singles and they were all top 10 hits. So this was huge in America, this album. It was like... Everyone was just going for it. When it's one of them albums, to be fair, it's quite good. You can just imagine being in like a redneck bar in America.
Born in the USA, of course they're going to lap that shit.
Yeah, but you don't realise it's actually a very political song. It's about Vietnam War.
Yeah.
It wasn't everything this year, it seems.
It was, yes. No big time.
A lot of Vietnam.
It was good.
Mentions.
It's a good album, good little go-to. So that kind of made it to my number 3.
I think I don't actually think it's a pro-American song, from what I remember. It's just the title seems like it is.
Yeah, I think the whole album's more working class, isn't it? It's a lot about people like just doing normal jobs and families and stuff like that. So it's actually quite a working class album, I think.
Cash Out, is it Cashier Carol? That's a good one.
Cashier Carol.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was one of the singles.
Yeah, it was, stayed at number 1 for a week.
Check out number 3, please.
But my number 2 was The Unforgettable Fire, U2.
Another U2 album.
Yeah, so I've kind of gone... And this one wasn't as good as... Was it War last
time around, yeah. Because that was the very political...
Yeah. See, I remember, and I used to have this album, and obviously it's got The Unforgettable Fire, which is great, and it's got Bad on it, which is a really good song. It's got Pride, In the Name of Love.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of other good ones, sort of Homecoming. This was a bit top-heavy, this album. The first 5 or 6 songs were good. The last 4 or 5 were just a bit...
It fell foul of the killer's curse, as we're calling it.
Apart from Bad, it was a bit top-heavy. Promenade's a nice little song. So, it was okay. So that kind of made it. Pride's a great song. Do you know who does the backing vocals of Pride?
It's Chris Eubank, isn't it? Yeah, Chris Eubank.
Well, you're...
Not far off.
Is it Kid Creole?
No, it was Chrissy Hind. That's the backing vocals for Pride. Did you know that?
Sheesh.
Yeah, so...
Oh, nice.
So, that made number 2. Nice little album. But number 1 is... R.E.M. Reckoning.
Oh, what a shock.
Yeah, second album. Great. Yeah, it's just a great album. It kind of follows off from Murmur a year later. Kind of same kind of sound.
Okay.
Goes straight into it. Harbour Coat. First song. Great song. Straight into it. A rocky song.
I like Don't Go Back to Rockwell.
It's a proper little country.
Yeah, I like that.
Classic country song. Don't Go Back to Rockville. Mike Mills done that. It's brilliant. You got 7 Chinese Brothers on it. South Central Rain. Pretty Persuasion.
Yeah, Pretty Persuasion's good. It was a really good, it's a good album, but I just
it's good. It is good.
I prefer.
I really like Second Guessing. I really like it. I think it's up there. Like it's probably just short of Murmur, but I do like it. But yeah, Reckoning. So they were still on form.
Still punching.
Yeah. Second album. Troubles for most bands.
Third one, that's when it's going to get tricky.
It was.
I doubt
well, it was a little bit for them, actually, but we'll come up with that next year.
Or will we? Yes, we will.
It'll be number one.
It'll be number one.
Yeah, of course.
All right, they don't feature in my list, I must confess. So my number 3 was Purple Rain by Prince.
I almost had that.
I ran with.
How did you find the sexual element?
It turned me on no end still. I can't begin to tell you. I could barely write down my thoughts about the album.
I had some
I was so horny.
Down things about this album, though.
Okay, such as?
It's got 2 good songs on it, that's it. The obvious ones.
When Doves Cry?
Mm-hmm.
I Would Die For You. Purple Rain. Let's Go Crazy. What more do you want?
Let's Go Crazy was all right. And the 2 best songs are hidden right at the back of the album.
Yeah.
What is that about?
You have to look around the corner.
It's weird.
Prince doesn't want to feed you the good stuff up top.
But in the 80s, when you had like tape cassettes, it was odd.
It's a really spool through.
Yeah, it was like they were Purple Rain's the last song, and I think When Doves Cry, maybe 8th song or something like that.
Purple Rain's a great song.
It's just ridiculous because it was just a lot.
What?
Yeah.
That come up in the films actually as well. I'm going to mention to you guys. Has anyone ever watched Purple Rain?
No.
Is anyone ever gonna?
No.
Okay. I've got too many. I've got Terminator 2 to watch.
I just can't get my head around what it could be possibly about, apart from Purple and Rain.
Yeah. It doesn't appeal to me.
I don't know. It was. I listened to it this week as well. I think was it last year I picked them or the year before, and I really liked that album 1999. But this one I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah. Well, it's not for everybody, but I do like a little bit of smut. So maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, there was some.
I wasn't masturbating.
Yeah, there was one of the lyrics. One of the lyrics was like bloody hell. I can't remember what it was.
But he wins the Oscar, doesn't he, for best film, best score for Purple Rain.
Okay.
With this album, so
it's a great song.
It's an Oscar-winning album.
I want to watch Purple Rain tonight. Then the film.
Yeah, you do.
I just want to know what it's about, how long it is. Or is it like
isn't the front cover like just him on a motorbike or something like that?
Yeah.
Something like that. So you know, there's a motorbike, so it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. He's got
a motorbike's cool, isn't it? Yeah.
What more do you need? So that's my number 3. My number 2, I'm cheating because basically I couldn't think of a number 2. It wasn't bad enough for number 3, but it wasn't good enough for number 1. So we don't normally allow these, but if you don't give me this, I'm really up to the creek. So I went with Legend by Bob Marley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, obviously I would have.
Obviously, I was like, it is a compilation, granted, but it had so many good things on it. I'd kind of already done it with a previous year, I think, with Madness, didn't I? Yeah. So I was like, I've set my own precedent, so fuck it, I'm running with it. So obviously,
you're struggling in the music front this one.
I kind of am, yeah. Until we get a bit later in the decade, I think I'm going to continue. So I was like, right, it's got Is This Love, No Woman, No Cry, Could You Be Loved, Stir It Up, Waiting in Vain, Redemption Song, Jammin', Exodus, Get Up, Stand Up, Buffalo Soldier, Three Little Birds. So it's a great collection of songs, but it's not an album. So what can I do?
Yeah, no. To be fair, all of his actually albums, I mean, I'm a massive fan, are decent. They're not really. There's not too many fillers. There's one you'll probably dislike, but I don't. That's just my opinion.
I don't think I've listened to enough reggae to appreciate the full album.
Get that.
But as a pick and choose.
But I'll probably have the same opinion as Phil would have for like R.E.M.
Exactly that. So I was like, it got me into it, and I appreciate what he does.
Yeah, it's a bit like I was talking. I think on the other ones, The Police and Bowie.
Exactly that.
Like, the greatest hits. We've all got them. We love them, but Wham is another one. We've all got the greatest hits, but when it actually comes to their albums,
when you've got such a body of work, you have to pick 2 off each album type thing, don't you, to get that. You're not going to like everything. So there we go. That is what it was. And I realise it's kind of an album that's designed to sell to the whiter audience. It's not
of course,
and it's very cynical, but it works because
because not too many people are going to want to know about him having an assassination.
The political thing and all the rest of it. Yeah, absolutely. So it got me in, and I was like, if it's a gateway to other albums, then it does its job. So I went from that at number 2 to number 1. Man, I struggled this year. Coming in at number 1, Lionel Richie with Can't Slow Down.
What's on this one?
Yeah. Woo! Let me tell you, kids, this is going to get hectic. Not quite
a Richie fan you are.
Not quite as political as Bob Marley. No. So this is his second album, and less funky than the stuff he did with the Commodores.
Oh, okay.
So he really toned it down. So he'd obviously been listening to a bit of Jackson and Wonder and sort of went, okay, I'll show him some ballads. So, yeah, you mentioned Hello, and obviously one of the greatest videos known to mankind.
The greatest video, yeah.
This is How I See You. There's something weird going on.
Is this Hello is on this?
This is on.
Oh, wow.
It's also got All Night Long.
Oh,
Lovely
great,
little tune.
Yeah, that's a good little party song.
Yeah, Stuck on You. I'm stuck on you.
Don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
I might know that.
Penny Lover is on this one as well.
Penny Lover.
Penny Lover.
Oh, okay.
And Running with the Night. But there are only, because this is going to wind you up.
9 songs.
Negative.
4 songs.
8. 8 songs on the
That's
frigging
an
album.
EP.
It's an EP. So for that reason, Lionel's off as well. I've basically got a top 1, and it's Prince, the worst of his albums. You're welcome, everybody. So yeah, honourable mention wise, you've already touched on the Smiths, and it was on before it came off. Born in the USA was on there for me. I think Like a Virgin was out this year, which is Madonna. But
it's like a Virgin, Material Girl. And
yeah, there was a couple of tunes, but not enough to kind of elevate it beyond the one that I had. And Alf by Alison Moyet.
Okay.
And I really like it.
Is this Love and all that? Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I went with. Any honourable mentions from you, gents?
No,
or did we struggle?
No.
I don't know. It seemed like quite a quiet year.
Yeah.
Quite a quiet year. But that was obviously album-wise. So Dale, do you have anything to...
It was a Don Healy one.
Oh,
you know, Boys of Summer.
Yeah.
Bryan Adams had one out with, I think it was Summer of 69 and all that sort of stuff. There's a couple of ones. One I wanted to listen to because it was one of Cobain's sort of recommendations on Unplugged was the Meat Puppets. It's called the Meat Puppets too, but I never got around to listening to it, so I don't know if you had a chance. Or...
No, it's a new one on me. Maybe we'll have a joint listen to it. Yeah, just before watching Purple Rain.
But the thing is, they could be absolutely horrendous. You just don't know. Yeah. It's just you sometimes think because someone's sort of like,
I should give it a bash, but it could just be they've got very experimental taste themselves. And it's like, what is this?
Yeah, it was a bit like that as well, wasn't he?
Absolutely.
He didn't go for the obvious choice, did he? So.
No.
So if we struggled with albums, what about the singles?
Oh, yeah. So
because we've started looking back at those, haven't we?
Top best-selling singles of the year.
We've got our Bruno Brooks of the...
Are you ready?
Of the singles album.
Number 10.
Yes, hit us.
Was Freedom. A Wham.
Wow. That's a great song.
Great song.
Which actually just pipped, surprising for me, was Wake Me Up Before You Go Go was number 11.
Really?
Ooh. I would have thought it'd been the other way around, if anything.
Would you prefer Wake Me Up?
Yeah, I think I do.
He loves a go-go.
Freedom just reminds me of Robbie Williams. So.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, isn't it? That's been tainted again
I like Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, but the lyrics are absolute horseshit.
It's nonsense, isn't it?
Yeah, absolute
Wake me up before you go. It's a bit.
Come on, you're not trying hard enough now.
Yeah,
Come on, George.
So
number 9.
Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. That's
what rhymes with go-go? I believe yo-yo would work. We'll crowbar that in.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, number 9, Ghostbusters.
Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah,
that's great.
Great song.
Great.
The video's great as well because you get a big cast. You get like Chevy Chase. You get all in there. It's a really good video.
This was I remember having this. This is what I call music 2. I think this was on number 2. So
it was 83. It started, didn't it?
Yeah. So
now 1.
Yeah, I always remember that's great. Agadoo, number 8.
Come on, Black Lace.
Yeah,
lovely stuff. Push Pineapple, Shake a Tree.
Was this about gangbangs?
School disco classic, didn't it? Always got you going, that one.
Not so much school disco, but Holiday Camp.
Yeah,
that kind of cheesy disco mega mix.
I do remember both actually.
All of those. Yeah,
that and Superman, wasn't it?
Oh, I hate that. Oh, mate.
God,
They were the
that
two,
is
weren't they?
enough to drive you fucking mad. Come on, let's go for a walk. Spray.
Clean your teeth. Yeah. Super.
And ski. Oh, awful.
Oh, mate. Yeah,
wasted the best years of my life doing that. Sorry. As you were, Phil.
Number 7.
Macho, man.
Mentioned it a minute ago. Hello.
Hello.
Number
I
6.
thought Hello was last year. I thought we talked about it last year.
We did, but I can't remember. Yeah, it wasn't for that though, was it?
No?
I think we were just in a bit of a world of nonsense.
Yeah,
weren't
I think we just digressed and went off onto it, didn't we?
Okay.
I think it was All Night Long, wasn't it? It was one of the ones from that year.
Yeah, we
Okay.
did talk about Hello, the video, but
Is
I can't
that-
remember what reason.
When he
Yeah.
dropped his first Viagra.
Could well have been that, yeah. Hello.
Number 6, Last Christmas by Wham.
Oh, Wham again.
Double whammy
So
here.
they had 11.
Number 5, Careless Whisper, which I've got George Michael, but
Yeah.
Oh.
as we know, so
So
we've got
they were
3,
11, 10, 6,
it was their
were
year
5.
84.
They were huge. I remember
were huge, right?
Kirsty Flack having a lunchbox and it said "I love Andy" on it. And I always remember just going, "Oh, well, no one likes George."
I'll like him. Turns
and I'm
out
going to tell
picks me
him.
up.
And I'm going to tell him.
everyone likes
I'm going to
George.
write to him. Another double whammy. Number 4, Two Tribes.
A bit of Frankie.
Frankie. And then number
actually-
3 was Relax.
Relax. Actually, that was one of the albums. Actually,
Dang
wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was. That would have
So
been it.
yeah, double whammy again. Two
I
Tribes.
loved the
Relax.
Two Tribes video. It's like Gorbachev and Reagan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just having a,
Yeah.
like a wrestle in there.
Well, you loved the Cold War last year, so you must be
Yeah.
digging on that video. Big fan of the Cold War.
Number 2 was I Just Called to Say I Love You by Stevie Wonder.
Really?
Stevie.
Classic.
I think we all know what the number one is.
Yeah, I mean, number 1's been an obvious
We
one
sort of
this year.
touched on it with the news. It
Yeah.
was Band-Aids.
Band-Aid, yeah. Did I know it's Christmas? So that was number 1. So yeah, not real surprise there.
I mean, I'll tell you what was surprising was that they left it so long to redo it, but they made such a bollocks up of it. So Natasha Bedingfield, just out of nowhere.
Was that the nearest one? I thought they did it about 2 years afterwards.
Didn't they do? They did Live Aid and Band Aid, or
I thought they-
Band-Aid?
Live Aid was 85, wasn't it?
That was
Band-Aid
the
was
actual-
84.
I thought they did. I swear they did another one with like Bros were doing. They updated it.
Oh, and Bernard. No,
Yeah,
Bernard
you're right.
Rogers,
With
yeah.
Kylie and Jason and all that.
that's
That
right,
was
yeah,
later
I swear-
80s.
Oh, yeah.
I think they did. Mate.
Yeah, it was
absolutely
either
right,
89, 88, something like that.
Yeah.
And then they did
With all
one.
the Stockaking and Waterman mob.
Yeah. Yeah, they did do another one.
Yeah, you're right. I made a bollocks
Sonia, I
up of
think
that as well.
Sonia was in it as well, wasn't she?
Oh,
Yeah,
God
probably,
bless
yeah.
it. Oh, it's got to be good, isn't it? It's got
Yeah.
Sonia in it.
Sonia.
From
Brush.
EastEnders. With a trumpet.
Daniel,
Yeah.
did Daniel Bedingfield do the was it the Bono bit?
But yeah, they did do another. I mean, how many have there been? About 4 or 5 of them?
They've had a couple of goes, haven't they, again?
Got the Coldplay
It's
one.
like Jamelia and stuff in things. It's like, what are you doing, people? Come on.
Yeah, the 90s one was shit.
I appreciate it's raising money and stuff, but it's like, oh, if this is the best we've got
Yeah.
at late notice,
The
they're
90s
available
one
on a
was
Wednesday
proper shit,
afternoon.
wasn't it? That was scraping the fucking barrel.
Yeah, they
that
just
one.
managed to get the original one off and done within
They should have got
minutes.
Chaz
didn't
and
they?
Dave to have done it.
That would have, well, there's only one left now.
No, at the
At
at
the
the time.
You imagine that, a little upbeat Cockney
Yeah,
piano.
they've just gone from Snooker
Yeah.
Loopy to.
Who are we saving this
Mate,
week?
could you make? Oh,
Starving kids. Yeah, I'm down.
it's starving. I'm Hank Marvin.
My old
mean-
man said, follow the ice cream van. Thank Marvin. I'm starving.
Anything that
Gosh,
rhymes.
Jesus.
I ain't got no turkey to be carving. You know?
Basically, Chaz and Dave were the
So you're-
like the ones before Red Hot Chili Peppers. Is what we're saying here. They were just rhyming anything that
Rhyming
went with it.
any words together. Just make sure the last word of every line rhymes. Okay, you got it.
Under
Okay,
the
so we
bridge
must be
that ends under the bridge that ends.
I think that was broken.
I gave my life away.
See, these works, isn't it? Chaz and Dave and Red Hot Chili Peppers should like
What a
should do it.
combo.
collaborate.
What a combo that could have been.
Yeah,
Missed opportunities now. Oh,
different
What I
lifestyles.
got to give it to your mama. What I got to give it to your
roller
papa.
coaster.
What I got-
of love.
Good word with anything. Any Chaz and Dave to Red Hot Chili Peppers is just...
Is that going to be our album that we attempt to do? We just do bad impressions of Chaz and Dave.
Chaz and Dave
all songs.
Do the Chili Peppers.
Do the Chili Peppers.
Discography.
Why don't you come round here? Give it away. Give it away. Give it away.
Sir Psycho Sexy.
That is me. Speaks like a cheeky chap.
We've really gone down a rabbit hole. I need to find my way back out. I want my mum. Right. Is that everything to do with music from 84?
Probably not everything, but
I think we've covered most things, including the unknown Chaz and Dave
Chili
Pepper combo remix. Good. Powerful work, gentlemen.
I'm Mariah, a dental hygienist and host of Mothership Podcast. Yeah, that's SHIT. This is a place of humor, release, and therapeutic conversations as we dissect the mothership of mom topics through suburban and homesteading eyes. I have a plethora of relatable, real, and hilarious conversations with some wonderful people. Check it out. Again, that's Mothership Podcast, SHIT, wherever you get your podcasts.
Right, gentlemen, nearing the end of another successful podcast, I feel, but we have to take a little cheeky look at the letters and emails. So, starting off with, where are we? Debbie Donuts has written to us from Washington Non-PC. She says, if he was a hip-hop artist, what would Vladimir Putin call his new album? So imagine old Vlad busting out some hip hop vibes, try and get the world back on track. He's a good guy, really.
Hip-hop albums, have they got a certain?
You can
call it what you want, but you'd like to think there's an urban
straight, like you got Straight Outta Compton by obviously NWA.
Yeah,
so it's like stuff like that. Was Eminem's couple of ones, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you call it essentially whatever you so desire, but it's Putin as a hip hop artiste, shall we say?
Was Shaggy? Would you say Shaggy?
Straight in with the big guns.
Would you say Shaggy was like hip hop?
I would say
ragga,
not so much. Yeah, he's very much a dancehall kind of a guy.
I was going to just. What
were you going to go with that?
Well, I was kind of going down the right. It wasn't me route.
It wasn't me.
Okay. And just regarding the bombings and that, it could be. It could be
Invading
too on the nose.
Ukraine, it wasn't me.
Yeah, but he's not a hip hop at all, is he, Shaggy? He's just a.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
I don't know. You got a title, Del? I'll try and think of one.
Only a rhymey one.
We're always a big fan. Rhymey Crimea River. Oh my God, that's fucking good.
There you go.
Crimea River. That's.
There you go. I think
I'm retiring. I'm out.
Put in the boot in.
Put in the boot in.
Put in the boot.
That's nice. Oh my word, Phil, you've really got a lot to live up to.
Yeah,
it's a lot of pressure now.
And you thought Shaggy was part of the solution.
Yeah, so you've gone for play on words, haven't you? So now I've kind of got a following that. I should have gone first.
Given you've released 3 albums of your own, you should have some success.
Are you more of a work in the studio type?
He just comes.
Lock-a-doodle just doesn't come to you. You have to work on
it takes years. It's all got meaning behind it.
Go and ring up Auntie Jackie and do some angel dust. Get creative.
That's the only way it can be done.
I don't know. It would just be something simple like a shot through the red sky, something like that.
I shot the sky.
Beautiful.
A shot through the red sky.
It's nice.
You know, it means nothing. Yeah, it means so much.
It could do, couldn't it?
Yeah.
You imagine in 2 years' time when we're all talking Russian.
Yeah.
Could mean something.
Don't know what that would translate to in Russian. Sound disgusting, but.
Yeah. Good luck with that. me and Comrade Richie over here turn you in. Best of luck in the gulag, Reynolds. Right, well, it's a hell of a question, Debbie, and we thank you for it. Let's move along in that case to Raj O'Connor, one of our Irish listeners. He says, what breakfast or brunch item, very specific, would you most like rubbed into your face and by whom?
Breakfast or brunch?
What breakfast or brunch item would you most like? I mean, the fact that, I've really thought about it. Some I like, but the one I most like is toast with jam, obviously.
Leaves a rash, though.
What would you most like to be rubbed into your face, and by whom?
And by whom?
And by whom? Well, I'd quite like, we've mentioned her before, Sarah Green, friend of the pod, or Michaela Strachan.
Really? Yeah.
Any one of those
Sarah Green's a good shout.
children's kind of presenters from the 80s, I'd like them to rub black pudding into my face.
Well, that's good. Yeah, no, I like that. We talked about him earlier. I like Tommy Boyd.
Yes.
I like Tommy Boyd.
An angry Tommy Boyd.
An angry Tommy Boyd in Tarzan, like leopard skin pants or whatever, or just like the hairy pants that Tarzan wears, swinging from the tree with a massive, like, huge omelette in his hand. And it just to swing it down.
Size of a coffee table.
Yeah, literally. And then
Really
and afterwards,
some
just
beans.
he wraps it around my face. So I've literally got an omelette for my face.
You got to wear it.
Yeah, and he can, yeah.
Nice.
I suppose is rubbing optional, or does he have to rub it? Maybe he can rub his nipples.
It says rubbed into your face.
Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't quite break the omelette, so I don't want him to break the
Just
omelette.
a
So
smush.
Yeah, so
Good solid
a little
smush.
nipple dance. He's hit me with his nipples.
A Harry Fornips.
A Harry Fornips,
dance.
yeah. That's the maybe Styles could be involved as well as a trainer for Boyd.
The obvious two, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Tommy Boyd and Harry Styles throwing nipples at you, throwing opponents at your face.
I think so. But
Interesting, Mr. Reynolds.
So I'm thinking.
did you say what ants?
I was thinking
That's very much his thinking noises.
I was thinking breakfast. So I was thinking TV at the time. So I'm thinking Anne Diamond. I'm going 80s Anne Diamond.
80s and diamonds.
Yeah,
prim
maybe.
and proper.
Rubbing like hash browns into my face because you got that bit of roughness.
Yeah.
Then once they burst, it's smooth.
Burst.
So
that's the traditional way the hash brown goes down. It bursts.
So it's
Bursts its outer skin.
It's one helping the skin when it because it all
those vitamins.
Is this a beauty regime?
Yeah. And then it'll just
like some people go to bed with like cucumbers over their eyes.
So like hash browns on their face.
Hash browns on your face.
It's the fact he's exfoliating with hash browns.
Yeah.
Popping down McDonald's of a morning.
And Anne Diamond's doing it as well.
Quickly exfoliating. Like,
Fully buttoned blouse up to the top,
What, you or Anne Diamond? Oh.
Anne Diamond has to be.
You with a fully buttoned blouse and hash browns all on your face.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's a strong image.
That is a very strong image, and we've got Raj to thank. So thanks, Raj. Let's move along. Where are we? Oh, hello. We've got one from Kevin Van Diesel, the petrol weasel, asking, what were cavemen most scared of? Was it cave women, saber-toothed tigers, or baths?
Probably the women.
You reckon?
Yeah, we haven't changed much in how many
hefty,
thousands and millions of years. We're still scared of our wives, aren't we?
Well, if there's like...
Especially if they've got access to clubs and
exactly.
Yeah, spears and stuff.
And if you're not Captain Caveman, you're fucked.
Captain Cave.
And there's always talk like a 70s bush, isn't there?
There is always, especially in this podcast.
But what about a bush in caveman times?
That's going to be hectic.
Would it be all bush? Would it be all hair?
Oh, probably like men, wouldn't they? Probably just had hairy
bush.
legs and everything.
That's all right.
Yeah, I don't think
They would have just had hairy legs and everything, wouldn't
I
they?
suppose that would have been the turn.
There was no regime, was there?
No.
Yeah, you didn't have any
Maybe that's why they first invented the blade.
Venus
The blade.
razors.
Have a go at those legs up. They're getting out of hand now. Come on, especially the toes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it would just been like men, wouldn't they?
Yeah, there would have been. Yeah. Oh, mate. Yeah, I reckon.
God, were we non-binary
Saber.
back in the cave days?
Yeah,
I don't think there were. Yeah, I don't think you would have been munching down there, would you? Because it's probably not. There wouldn't have been too much probably foreplay.
Don't think they were.
As a caveman, I don't. You're not really
good lovers. At that
Yeah,
time.
So when did that come about? Who was the first person?
What to munch?
First person, and
What to lick the vagina?
what year are we going
to
for?
go south?
Yeah.
Horatio J.
was the-
Bartholomew.
Who was the first person thinking out the box?
Oh no, thinking about.
I must doff south.
So what year were we talking? What do you reckon?
Ooh,
What century?
I reckon it's Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're going. I don't know what he's 17th century, 18th century.
is he 18th? Yeah,
It
it's
was
tail
1600
end. Isn't
and something, wasn't
Is
it?
he?
it? Yeah. What do you reckon it's
17th
like?
century.
I don't think because no one like Genghis Khan is going to be messing around with foreplay, are they?
He did have a hell of a lot of kids.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I think he was more of a smasher.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, I think so.
Just coming.
I think he had a certain vibe to him, didn't he?
When did it become popular? So, well, so are we saying no?
We're not
Sexual activity was just missionary up until a point. How do we know that actually missionary was not?
Well, we don't say anything about being missionary. It was probably more.
Yeah, because I mean, like, who was the first person to like suggest doggy stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Or the Rover, right? Yeah, right. Yeah.
Maybe they were copying the
wheelbarrow.
They're looking at them going, "That's all right. Let's have a bash of that."
What was the question?
The Wheel of Fortune.
I think it was something about what were cavemen most scared of?
I've already answered.
Saber-toothed tigers or baths. So we got on to who was the first man to perform cunnilingus? what century was it? It was quite the sidestep, but a question that needed exploring. I feel.
Would it be on Wikipedia?
Oh, well, let's look after the show.
Could have been.
No, Phil's going to look right now. So, Dale, I'm going to ask you the same question then. Cavemen, scared of women, saber-toothed tigers, or baths?
I don't. They wouldn't know about baths, would they? Really?
I reckon it was more just a.
There must be stinky arse. Yeah. So it's saber-toothed tigers. Would be.
I mean, it's pretty scary.
How do you spell cunnilingus?
C-U-N-N.
I don't know. I kind of go with Phil. I think they would be. Yeah, probably.
I reckon. Yeah.
What do you reckon?
The sight of a raging cave woman running.
Would probably do the off trick, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I'd be soiling my loin. What was it? Bearskin. Loin cloth.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
It's not much on it.
Not much.
Is it not? No. Have you just googled cunnilingus?
Who was the first person to perform cunnilingus? And it hasn't come up.
I think it was
Elvis Presley.
I think it was Steve Davis.
Yeah, it's Steve Davis.
I think it was Steve Davis, the Romford Nugget. But we'll have to look into that and post it on the website. All right. Whilst you're still looking at what can only be described as a smorgasbord of pictures.
Hang on. Update on the cunnilingus thing.
Okay, so break it.
So cunnilingus.
Here we go.
New Latin from Latin.
I'll level with you. I never thought we'd say that.
First known use.
I know. Yeah.
1864.
Stop it.
In the meaning defined above, which I've just said.
Wow.
1864.
So it was Charles Dickens.
Holy crikey.
First known use of cunnilingus was in the 80s. I don't know who the fuck.
Who's making records?
It could be bullshit, but it's on the internet.
Yeah,
so it's true.
It must be true.
1864.
Wow, we really were, as a race, terribly behind the times, weren't we? Come on, guys, step it up a little bit more. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's move away from definitely the last mention of cunnilingus this evening. Probably won't be.
No.
To say, we got. Okay, Derek Blamonge asks us, using your surnames, can you come up with the best gangster name and biography title? So you're, presumably it's like a alliteration thing. So you're like Rampaging Reynolds or something, I guess.
I know what yours is.
Oh, hello.
So, yeah.
Are you going to come up? Are we coming up with someone else's? So you come up with Phil's.
Okay, yeah, do you want to do that?
You come up with mine then, Phil, and I'll come up with yours, Del.
Okay.
So, Del, you've got one already in mind for young Ronnie.
I'm going for Phil the Blade.
Ooh.
I thought he was using his surname.
Yeah,
but the biography isn't. Oh,
right. So
so using surname. So you got the best gangster name and the biography title. So the book title is Phil the Blade.
Phil the Blade.
And his gangster name
is. This is a.
He's really. If you could see the face, listeners, he's perplexed at best.
Raging Reynolds.
Reynolds.
It's not a gangster, is it?
It's a bit.
No, it's more wrestler.
Yeah, it does sound a bit wrestlery, doesn't it?
But rapper Reynolds.
Rapper Reynolds, like, is it?
Rapper's got a W in it.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Sweet
Was it like a penguin rapper?
Yeah.
Rapper Reynolds. I don't know. Was it like? But you want like saying like a mad Frankie Fraser, like crazy.
Kind of. So I'm
Chopper Reynolds.
Chopper Reynolds.
Cheeky. Chopper Reynolds, and the book is Phil the Blade.
Phil the Blade.
So I'm thinking.
Well, that makes sense. You've got Chopper, Phil the Blade.
Small bits. Yeah. So I'm thinking it's either Dangerous Dello, or it's Down in Harlem Dello. That's where he does all of his murdering. I think dangerous might be the way forwards.
Yeah.
Dastardly,
devious.
Devious is nice. All the D words, you know.
Dentistry.
Driving Mostello. Maybe we go with Dangerous Dello, and it'll be Digging Your Own Grave.
Ooh, I like that.
That's the book name.
That's a good book.
I'm going to go to the... I don't know if it's the book or the title now. I'm going to go Hegwine on Haunted Hill.
Oh, well, I think it's more the book.
It's the book, isn't it? Hegwine on Haunted Hill.
I've got a suggestion if you're...
Yeah, go on.
Break your legs, Hegs.
Break your legs, Heg. Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Heg the leg breaker. Heg breaker. Yes. That's it, just Heg breaker.
Crack your Hegs open.
And then, Hegs on Haunted Hill.
Hegs on Haunted Hill.
Nice.
Sounds like a really shit 80s.
It does sound a little bit like Jennifer Connelly.
It's going to have Eddie Murphy playing 7 roles.
Do not do an impression. I'm telling you now, you've just said that to me to crowbar another one in. I'll go and have one.
If we will be 7 roles, it'd be go, hey, motherfucker.
There it was. Okay. Last question before we get cancelled by Reynolds once again. I feel like I want to ask this question, but I might come back to that.
Okay.
So, Sue Your Ass says, how would you stop a vicious dog attack on Mr. T? Keeping it 80s, how are you stopping a vicious dog attack on Mr. T?
How are you stopping one?
I mean, there's one obvious way that you stop a dog attack. We all know that. You go, little finger in the bum.
Yeah.
But I don't think Mr. T would enjoy that.
Yeah.
No.
So you should probably put it in the dog's bum.
Well, he's like covered in like metal anyway, gold, isn't he?
It's not going for his throat, that's
Covered
for sure.
in gold.
It's not getting through that, is he?
And
All
rings,
his-
not getting his fingers.
all of his Elizabeth Duke.
So he had it like, pierced down there.
It's going straight for it, isn't he?
I like
Be all right.
King Albert.
Little Prince Albert.
Prince
Going
Albert,
for-
that's the one.
going for Little T.
Yeah, I'm just thinking all the gold and that make a... Just get him sorted down there.
That's what he calls his penis, like lowercase t or something.
So hang on a minute, so you'll get Mr. T sorted? Or the dog?
No, Mr. T. So they can't go nowhere really.
So you're thinking prevention is better than cure?
Yeah.
You're protecting Mr. T before he goes anywhere near
he's
it.
already protected like with all the gold around the chains and that, isn't he? And the rings.
So to finish up, you're going to pierce his penis.
Castrate.
Huh?
You're piercing his penis.
Yeah, with loads of gold.
Loads of it.
Loads of it.
Loads. I'm going to stick so
Like a
many
block
needles
of it.
in
How
his
much gold?
dick.
Big block of gold.
So it's got like a big got a big gold penis.
Yeah, just
Big old gold penis.
so no dog will be able to bite through it.
Wow. Because that is where the classic dog attack happens.
Ooh.
Cock and balls based. What about you, Del? How would you either prevent or stop a dog attack on Mr. T?
Mr. T, I would take with me I would kidnap Roger Moore.
Big start.
Yeah.
Big start, yeah.
I'd cover him in half pedigree chum,
Nice.
half Lucozade tablets.
Right. So like a dog treat, but mixed with...
Energy tablets.
Energy tablets. And I would sing the song, "Ooh, little woofy dogs," and then I'd
Making eye
hope,
contact with me whilst he sings this. It's slightly erotic.
and I'd hope that "Ooh, little woofy dogs"
Is enough.
It'd be enough to take off.
What
the
to sort of
attack.
lure the dog away from...
Yes. So
Do you remember the question?
they'd either kill me for singing that absolutely horseshit song, or they would start on old Roger.
So let me get this right. Mr. T is being attacked by a ravenous rabid dog.
Yeah.
You roll up.
Cujo.
You've got Old Bond covered in...
Hold on.
What was it? Pedigree Charm and
Pedigree
Lucozade
charm and
tablets.
Lucozade tablets, yeah.
But you ignore that. He just happens to be there like that. And you start singing...
Yeah.
Mr. Woofy
Hoping
dog.
to lure the dog
Hoping to
away.
lure the dog away.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And
Roger
then
Moore has
before
no
it-
purpose there.
So before it attacks you, you
so
then throw Roger Moore
I'm
covered
hoping
in
that
Pedigree Charm.
before it
in
goes
the
for
way.
me, it sniffs the dog food and then just go, or the Lucozade tablets,
So
depending
you're
on what it
basically...
wants.
You break the attack off with the song.
Yes.
And then Roger Moore is there as the reward
Yeah,
for
and
the
then he
dog
gets
to-
mauled to death.
I mean, it's the way you want it to go,
exactly,
isn't it?
Yeah.
After the cannonball
After
run.
Octopussy.
Yeah. I say, oh, Richard, could you help me? I seem to be getting mauled by a dog over here. Could you help me, please?
I say, Richard, I really am not.
That was one of my good impressions, actually. I was impressed. Hey,
I would say that's
Hey, Richard, would you mind over here? I seem to be getting... It's like Hugh Grant or...
It's just basically, well-spoken English.
What's the way? The easiest way to do the Roger Moore, isn't it? Doing the cashier number.
I say
cashier number 5,
4, please.
Cashier number 4, please.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Hey, Richard, would you
You
mind?
sound like an alcoholic now.
Would you mind helping me? I seem to be getting mauled by this dog over here.
Cashier number 4.
The Lucozade tablets are wearing...
really kicking in. I've had to go for a jog. I don't know about you.
Actually, Roger Moore and Sean Connery sound very similar.
Oh, not the way you do it.
We haven't had the Connery in ages. Please give us a little treat.
Time.
What should I do with Connery?
Why don't you ask how much are the tickets for the Flume?
Yeah, much of tickets for the Flume, please.
They do sound very similar, which is quite upsetting for both and neither at the same time. Oh dear, delicious. Well, there you go.
What's the one you was mulling over? You said
I was contemplating. It was one of the oddest questions I've ever seen written down.
You can't.
And we've seen some weird shit in this post bag. Jeff Pigeons has written into us.
Hang on. So is this the question?
This is the question.
Oh, Jeff Pigeons.
What might happen is we'll look at each other when I've asked this and not quite know what to say. So. Prepare for a quick cut, possibly.
While you're asking the question, and then you can go to Del first.
Oh, God, I'm going to
go and get a beer. Is that right?
Well,
you're a great man, Phil.
Absolutely not. One, if you have to ask, it's not all right.
How can they do it?
All right, so the question is...
Can you get me one as well?
To everyone. But especially the man now in the kitchen. This has never happened before. He's just gone off.
He does what he wants. Philip Reynolds.
He does what he wants. Keep going. Okay. So Jeff Pigeons has written it. He's taken the time to write an email, and it says this.
Okay.
What type of potato is the most likely to become a sex offender? Now, I don't know where to go with this because clearly Jeff is fucking mad and has probably written this in his own fecal matter or blood.
Yeah, I don't really know my potatoes either.
I don't think that's the biggest of our issues. If I'm 100%.
What do you mean you don't know your potato? So if Claire puts Phil, we got jacket potato for dinner tonight. You're like,
what do I do that? Do I wash the car with it? What do I do? I don't know.
That's good. Oh, that's all right. We got some mash.
You've lost me, love.
Casey, what is this?
I don't know what is this. It looks like sick, but it's not. It looks delicious.
I'm really struggling right now, Claire.
Yeah, I don't think you have to come up with varieties of potatoes. It can be the way that they're cooked and presented, rather than it has to be a Jersey Royal or something.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah, a Charlotte.
So I was concerned about the last episode. I sounded really stupid with the monkey question, and I was worried. I was worried about the same thing.
It's like you've totally
fortunately you've bypassed that potential.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say between two potatoes for me.
Okay.
The jacket potatoes,
right? Because
they got a jacket
like
flashes,
yeah.
Showing their spuds, their green bits, whatever they got. They're bubbly. You know, when you leave them for a bit too long, they get the
shitted.
Yeah. They're the potato penises. They're but
that's what they call them. I believe
they do.
All the garden centres. You got any of those potatoes with the potato penises? So what? You know the potato.
You know the ones. Yeah, Mary Berry always says about.
She's always banging on about potato penises.
And the nude potatoes.
Nude?
Yeah, like nude potato.
Oh, nude.
They're nude.
As in,
Gotcha.
Again, sort of flashy. So you're thinking
more sweet, or is that a seductive potato? Sweet potato. Sweet potato.
A little saucy wave from the window.
Oh, definitely. What other types of potato?
Well, let's find out from our potato expert.
Well, I forgot what the question was. Potatoes, but I can't remember what.
Do you know why? That's because you went off and you got a beverage.
No, it's something to do with crime, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. What type of potato is the most likely to become a sex offender?
I was a sex offender.
So we've had the obvious. I think Dale's probably nailed it with the jacket.
Jacket potato, yeah.
The flashing. Or I'll tell you what there is. Maybe a dauphinoise, where they're covered in cream, like dirty
Oh,
yeah, of course.
Dirty little fucker.
Oh, dirty little potatoes.
Nice though.
Roasts. A roast's filthy. Hasselback.
Always hassling.
See, it's
hassle, yeah.
That's what you lost me on,
Hasselback.
because just don't know about potatoes, really.
You seem upset by that. Do you want us to take you to one side and talk you through potatoes?
You said, do you need the potato tutor?
I'm just gonna go simple roast potato, because they'll be roasting the person, and they can find that really sexual. So it's a roast potato.
A roast potato.
I scared it works. It sticks to the format.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, because that's really important. Let's be honest.
If Jeff wants to write in and complain about your answer, he's welcome to.
It's a good one because it sticks to the format.
I don't think he's getting out anytime soon, so I don't think we need to worry about that.
But do you feel you need some extra potato education?
I feel like we probably should.
Yeah.
Potato
potato
once we finish
tutoring.
recording, we'll talk him through the 47 different types of potato.
Mrs.
There's three.
Mrs. Kensington lives down the road. She's a potato tutor.
Yeah.
Be fine.
Get around.
We'll get around. We'll start with potato penises and work up from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. That is the end of a very diverse and slightly disturbing.
That was an odd one, wasn't it?
Wow.
Got a little feedback then.
I know, it did, didn't they?
Yeah, got a little goosebumps.
I can't believe you got up and walked off. Never done that in my life. He's gone absolutely fucking rogue.
Yeah.
Outrageous, baby.
Outrageous.
War is brewing. A nameless shadow rises in the east. 9 riders in black scour the land seeking an unknown quarry. And a new podcast rises on your podcatcher of choice.
And that's what we're going with, huh?
It certainly is. I'm your pod bearer, John.
And I'm your sidekick, Jimmy.
And we are the hosts of
Frodo Lives,
a book club style podcast where each week we read, discuss, and share our thoughts on one chapter of J.R.R. Tolkien's fantasy epic, The Lord of the Rings. We also dig into Tolkien's other writings like The Silmarillion and Unfinished Tales to explore the histories of the people, places, and cultures that fill Middle-earth and the rest of Arda.
If you never read The Lord of the Rings, or you're a lifelong fan of Tolkien's work and you're looking for an excuse to read it again, or maybe you just like listening to two nerds take hobbits way too seriously, this is the podcast for you. We hope you read along with us and send us your own thoughts so we can share them on the show.
Subscribe to Frodo Lives wherever you get your podcasts and join the fellowship.
You had to put it in there, huh?
I absolutely did.
And bish bash bosh, it's all over for another episode. Successful as ever? I mean, I'm saying it in like, it was a question.
Yeah,
was it successful, lads?
I don't think you used the word successful.
No.
It was sufficient.
We completed it. We started and we ended.
Like a jigsaw with no missing pieces.
Yeah.
We were successful.
Yeah.
But to what extent?
I thought it was Fan Dabby Dozy.
Yeah, I think it was Fan Bloody Dabby Dozy.
Dozy.
Right, Blankers, we are going to head off for a game of bingo and a chicken in a basket. So we're going to see you next week. Remember, by the time this episode comes out, we'll have updated the Spotify playlist with this episode's musical picks. So that will be updated ASAP. Keep those letter and emails coming in as well, because we get bored between episodes. And, you know, if anyone can tell Phil the exact number of ways to prepare potatoes, that would be excellent. But any final words, gentlemen? At this point, I regret asking that.
Nah.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eddie Bellini was...
Take that as a no.
Yeah, was the first explorer of what?
Your mum is the obvious answer.
It was.
It was indeed. And on that devastating bombshell, bye-bye, Blankers.
Bye.
BB.